All right, so welcome everybody to the movie review. I am your host, Ho Ho, along with
Matt, me.
Yay! All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome Spreaker. Welcome Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Periscope, and Facebook. Hello, how you guys doing? Am I? Yeah, okay, you're centered. Okay, good, cool. I got my face hidden over there.
Yeah, I see that behind the
thingy jigger for the whatchamacallit. That was very good, right?
Yeah, it was.
Very like, what's he talking about? All right, guys. So with it being Christmas Eve, we're going to discuss some of our favorite Christmas movies. And I actually had a buddy of mine. He texted me he asked me what the show was going to be about, and I'm like, we're talking Christmas movies. He's like, oh, do you got a list? I'm like, not really. We wing it. What are you talking about? So he actually sent me a list of like a top 12 list on there, and I'm like, okay. It's like, I don't necessarily know as if I agree with the placements of them, but, you know, the list was a good... The list was a good list, though. You just had to wake him up, didn't you?
Yeah, because I was playing that song. And it woke him up.
Uh-huh. It definitely woke him up. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about, Christmas. Dadgummit. I forgot to do it. Give me. I gotta do this. And then I gotta do, because I forgot to pull up the chat because, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Imagine there's people out there who want to talk to us.
Yeah, there we go. I got it. It's up now. Yay. Okay, there we go. So now the chat windows are up. So if you guys would like to participate in the chat by giving me, you know, your most favorite Christmas movie and kind of seeing where we would put that on the list, definitely. And we got some good ones, and we're even going to talk about one that this little booger hasn't seen yet. But I tell you what, I really liked it though. You're going to love that movie. The Christmas Chronicles did it.
I don't think that made him happy.
No, he was stuck. He was stuck. He stuck at him. he stuck it into himself. So anyway, yeah, we got that going. And so let me go ahead and just pull up that list because, I've talked about it. Now I just got to remember where I put it. I got everything just making noises. It is so awesome. It's such a good time. Oh, that's you. I was talking to you earlier. Cool. He's so going to get himself stuck some more. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. I'll just go ahead and work my way backwards from number 9. No, I'm sorry, from number 12. So we've got everybody's favorite Christmas movie, a Charlie Brown Christmas, whatever, I think. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree. The
Christmas special or whatever it is.
Yeah, Christmas. I didn't even remember what the name of it was. I knew what it was from the picker. And the number 11 is everybody's favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. It's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls out of Nakatomi Plaza.
Exactly.
It's not Christmas. It's just not. Number 10 is It's a Wonderful Life. And I got to admit, that actually is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. I haven't seen it very often. I've only seen it like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Normally they play it a lot.
They do. That's like
year,
a Hallmark one, isn't it?
Yeah, this year's not so much. I have not seen it come on at all this year.
Right. Well, I mean, that's one thing with me, though, too. I mean, I don't do network TV anymore. Mm-hmm. I do, Netflix, and I do, Amazon Prime, and I do Vudu, and I don't even do Hulu because it's too close to hula hoop, and I don't do hula hoops. Hula hoops are bad.
Yeah, I was just say I do the same thing, except for when I'm at work. We've got cable at work, so sometimes you can catch things on there.
And let's see, number 9 is the Santa Claus, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Number 8 is Grinch, Jim Carrey's. That's a good choice. Yeah. That's a good one. Number 7 is Home Alone.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That one was actually pretty cool because the Macaulay Culkin, is that his name?
Yes.
Okay. Him and Joe Pesci, they really didn't talk on set at all.
Really?
Yeah, they did not, he wanted to, he was trying to help the kid by making it easier for, he was trying to scare the kid is what he was doing. He was trying to terrify him to where this way his on-screen performance would be more genuine. And yes, he got the crap scared out of him, and yeah, very good times. Number 6 has got to be one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. Everybody knows that you will shoot your eye out if you get that Red Ryder BB gun. And of course, we're talking about A Christmas Story. Mm-hmm. Dude, Borderlands. There's a room you go into that has the lamp.
Oh,
and the
no
weapon.
way.
Yeah, and that's I think it's in Haven.
Yeah.
You have to wait till you get to a certain point, and then you basically walk through a door, and then you fall down, and then you got to kill a bunch of people. And there's the lamp, and it's the living room, but it's one of the bad guys' leg. It's not it's hilarious. They did a good job with it. It was actually pretty funny. And then my screen just turned dark. My screen shut off. Okay, next, number 5. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Ladies and gents, there are actually 11 reindeer. Yes, there are 11 reindeer. Because he just said your name.
Yeah.
There's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vincent, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blincet. Rudolph, there's Larry, the redneck reindeer. So there's 10. There's Leroy. No, I don't even want to say it. And then there's Olive. Olive, the other reindeer.
Olive, the other reindeer.
Uh-huh, yeah. So there's 11 reindeer. Most people don't realize that, but there's 11 stinking reindeer. Number 4, Miracle on 34th Street, the original.
Okay. The original.
The
nice.
original,
yes.
yeah. It's I only know that because it's in black and white. That's how I know. He's still yelling at you.
Yeah, he's still trying to get my attention.
And that was a good show too. I even the remake, I liked it. I liked both of them. I thought that one was an excellent one. Number 3, and this is really pretty top on most everybody's lists, or at least pretty close to it. And that is Elf. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yep, a lot of people like that one. Number 2, I think, is Polar Express. I think that's what that picker is. Here, you take a look at that picker and see what you think. Number 2.
Yes, Polar Express.
Okay. That's what I thought. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it once, but I wasn't 100% sure. Will you all quit making noises at me? Stop it. And then number 1, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's number 1. That's number 1. And so of that list, I thought it was a pretty good, pretty inclusive. I thought it pretty well covered everything pretty good. Mm-hmm. Anything that you think that they left out that you would like to, throw in there,
I've seen some because I don't consider it what it was originally attempted for, but like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, I have to make a confession. And I know that this is going to come as a huge shock to a lot of people, especially considering I am a fan of Tim Burton. Mm-hmm. I've never seen either one of them.
Really?
Yep. I've not seen Nightmare Before Christmas. I've not seen Corpse's Bride. I've not seen The Dead Wiener. I've not seen any of them.
The Dead Wiener.
I don't remember the name of that movie.
Well, it's like some of the movies he done, I like. Some of the, I wasn't a real big fan of his claymation, stop-go animation. Mm-hmm. Until I saw Nightmare Before Christmas. I liked that one. I liked The Corpse Bride. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a big fan of James and the Giant Peach.
I haven't seen that one.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
I mean, of Tim Burton's movies, I'm a definite fan of him. I like his vision of things, So I mean, I like him, but yeah, I mean, I haven't seen really. I've not seen any of his claymation. I've not seen Bob and the Giant Peach. I've not seen Bob and the Giant Apple. I've not seen that one. But yeah, I've not seen any of his claymation. I'm just not. I mean, there was Gumby, but
I'm Gumby, damn it.
Really, since Gumby, I've not really watched a lot. It's dude, for real. He is yelling. Holy crap, dude. Okay. So yeah, Corpses, Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah. Haven't seen, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's just I've not taken that leap and actually seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't done that one. Really for me, pretty inclusive on there. I mean, I'm a fan of fan of Elf. I'm definitely a fan of Miracle on 34th Street. I love the original. The remake, I thought they did a really good job with it too, kind of make it a little bit more modern, a little bit more up to date. Oh, here we go. Nick put in here that I could watch Christmas Story over and over. I don't care. Yes, that one is an excellent movie, and generally I watch that one like every year. I usually do. Mm-hmm. And welcome over there in Facebook land, Nick. Will you stop it? Get off me.
Wasn't me. He turned around and looked at me.
I seen that. I just smacked him, and he's like, eh? Yeah, I think he would. He mean mug Matt for it too. That was awesome. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite ones. The great one-liners in it, and the guy who actually did the narration of that, from what I had heard, it was like a big radio voice from back in the day. Very well-known radio guy. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I mean, his voice is one of the things that really propelled that movie and made it as just timeless as it is. It's definitely a, very cool part of it. And, yeah, definitely awesome. And then It's a Wonderful Life. I'm definitely a fan of that one. I like that movie. It's concept, how they did it. The whole 9 yards, mm-hmm. That, and I'm a fan of Jim
Carrey.
Bob Saget, that's in It's
Grinch.
a Wonderful Life. No, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, Bob Saget's in that. He plays the guy that and Clarence. You can't forget Clarence. The angel.
Mm-hmm.
The bells on bobtails, the ring. And there's actually okay. So just last night, over at a buddy's house, and we watched another Christmas movie. We watched the most recent Die Hard movie. That had him and then his son.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, John, whatever it is. I don't know. I thought it was Jack.
I think it's Jack.
I think it's Jack. So we watched that one, and that was a good one. And then we watched the Christmas Chronicles, the new one with Kurt Russell. Now I know you haven't seen it, so I'm not going to throw spoilers in there.
I've been hearing a lot of great things about it.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, and there's a few reasons as to why. One, it's not cliche.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking a Christmas movie, whenever you got Santa Claus in it, a lot of the times it's so cliche. Even the Santa Claus with with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
There was still cliche stuff in there. And it put its own spin on it. And I'm not knocking the movie by any means whatsoever, but it's still there's an aspect of cliche. The story has been told. How many more times are you going to tell the same stinking story? It's Santa Claus. It's the same thing that happens over and over again, just like the Miracle on 34th Street. It's a remake of that almost, but it does not follow the cliche. It's one of them aspects that it breaks the rules. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about this. It's Kurt Russell. Come on, when you're talking Kurt Russell, you're going to get something that you're just not quite expecting. So you got Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, and it's a dirty Santa suit, kind of like a cross between a trench coat. That's what a Santa coat is. It's kind of like a trench coat type of a thing, just a Santa Claus suit, and it's kind of got like a leathery look to it. I love what they did with the Santa suit. I thought that was pretty stinking awesome, and they just, it wasn't cliche. The reindeer, yes, a lot of that stuff, there was a lot of the CG. Thank you. A lot of CG in it, obviously. All the elves were CG. The reindeer was CG, but come on, what do you expect? But they did it different. They did it different. And that's what I thought was really, really cool about that movie, because it didn't follow the typical lines. And one of the scenes in there, the lady's like, say ho, ho, ho. And he's like, that's a myth. I don't say ho, ho, ho. I don't say that. And he's like knocking the Coca-Cola Santa Claus. It's like, what? Come on. And he's like, he pulls his coat back and does my ass look that big? Really? And he's smacking it. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is awesome. So, they did a really good job with it, though. I was extremely, extremely impressed with that movie, because it's not every day you see Kurt Russell as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus is in it, and you're going to love who Mrs. Claus is. I ain't even going to tell you who that is. I ain't even going to tell you. You're going to have to go to IMBD PA C67 in order to find out who she is, or.
He just keeps hollering at
me.
He
does. So yeah, yeah, a lot of good. There's a lot of good Christmas movies out there, but there's only a few that are really worth the time to watch more than once. Of course, you got Elf. Of course, you got A Christmas Story. Of course, you got National Lampoons. I'm a definite fan of the Yeti, the abominable snowman. He puts the light or the star on top of the Christmas tree. From good stuff though. And you said what was your favorite one again?
Well, it's like for me, it's not. He about drove right off the edge. It's not really Christmas for me unless I've seen Die Hard, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, and A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Those are the four, after I've seen those, it really feels like Christmas.
Right. And me, it's like, I definitely have to watch it, A Christmas Story. Definitely got to watch that one. And a lot of the times I'll watch, one of the Miracle on 34th Street. Just depends on which one I catch, And, it's been like this for years. I've been wanting to see It's a Wonderful Life, but I've just never caught it. Mm-hmm. I've probably wanted to see that movie for a good 5 years. I seen it a long time ago. I was young. Like when it first came out, I seen it. Not really. I'm lying my butt off. I'm not that old. Shh. But other than that, there's not really a whole heck of a lot that I just like. It's a must see for me. Some that I want to see. And the only one that's really as a must see for me, and I can't even throw Home Alone in there either. I mean, those are good classic ones, especially the first one. Dude, have you seen the Google commercial?
Google commercial. I don't know if I have or not. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm going to have to pull it up, guys. I got to pull it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you talking about the one where it's growing up, Macaulay Culkin?
Yes.
I actually watched it for the first time last night.
Okay. So, yeah, I thought it was actually kind of cool because, he's like redoing the scenes and there's actually rumor out right now. And this is, and I don't know how true it is. Turd. I don't know how true it is, but the rumor is they're actually going to be remaking the movie and with the original bad guys in it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Let's say it's like when I watched that last night, at the end of it, you see the van pull up. And I'm like, oh, we're going to see Joe Pesci. And no, you don't get to see him.
I know.
And I was so disappointed.
Yes. I was too. But yeah, the original bad guys are supposed to be in it. The Joe Pesci and then the other guy that does the thing and the stuff and it gets the iron thing on his forehead right there. But yeah, they're both supposed to be in it. I don't know how true this is. This is
something that we'll have to keep an eye out for because that would be awesome to see.
That would be pretty neat, and I tell you what, dude, he has not changed very much at all. Like I seen a Where Are They Now thing on, one of them articles they do on Facebook or Twitter or whatever the heck it was. And, it was a Where Are They Now? And he looked kind of rough. He looked pretty stinking rough now. He still kind of looks rough, but he's not, he's more presentable. Then it was like all scruff and long hair and whatnot. It was like, dude, he just did not, he looked pretty stinking rough, and now it's, but he hasn't changed. You look at the picture here and now and it's like, that's definitely the same guy. Mm-hmm. There's some people that it's like, holy crap, Wednesday.
Yeah. He's on a mission.
Don't you be pushing stuff off,
I was going to say he's on the mission to push things
off
the desk.
I think he is. He's on a mission to raise Cain. Well, let me give you a lump of coal. That's a movie I've yet to see. Krampus.
Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen it a couple times.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
It's not bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've yet to see Krampus. It's because that's the thing, and speaking of Christmas, we got to throw some stuff in there, and we got to talk about, the origins of Christmas and some of the legends behind it and whatnot. That at least that we can remember. There wasn't any prep that came along with this show whatsoever, guys. It's been kind of a rough week for both of us, so there just wasn't any prep going on at all. But because that's the thing. Okay, now we're not going to throw. All right, this is the legend behind it. Okay. Parents. Okay. Are you serious?
He's trying to go around that notebook.
I noticed. Just stop it. Vector, behave. So anyway, now that the children has been safely removed from the room, parents, okay, all right, legends behind it, because Saint Nick, Chris Kringle, I have no idea if that was his actual name, but a dude from a town, and he. Did he make the toys and then like give them to the people in the town?
I believe he did.
That's what I think too.
That's the one that's in was it the Netherlands?
Yes.
That's the one that really took off.
He was in the nether regions.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you. There's a lot wrong with me, guys. I mean, it happens. Good, he went to sleep. About time. Holy crap. And he actually made it into his home, too. That was very good.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Because he normally has a lot of problems.
He does. He has issues getting into his home because he doesn't remember how much he's turned whenever he turns around, and he has to like back in like he's a semi going into a dock, and it's just horrible. Anyway, moving on. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what the legend was about. And I don't remember what had happened in the town. I mean, there was something that happened in the town, and that's why the guy basically did what he did, and, it was legend of it it spread, and I think the guy did it for several years. Don't remember much else about it as far as the original, where he came from. If you guys remember, definitely throw that in the chat room or whatnot, because that'd be kind of cool because there's, and then you've got the lump of coal thing with Krampus. If he wasn't a good boy, then you got a lump of coal because at least this way you can be warm.
Right.
And, but from what I remember, like back in the day, Krampus was almost the, they tied Santa Claus to the Krampus story. Because back in the day, at least regarding the Christmas, the legend and whatnot, it was more about Krampus than what it was Santa Claus.
Right.
Which was kind of like, it wasn't a be good or you don't get presents. It was a be good or Krampus is going to take you down with him and all you're going to have is a lump of coal so you at least be warm. And that's how it was back in the day. It wasn't be good and get presents. It was, go ahead, be bad. Krampus is going to come and take you, and that's what it was back in the day. It was a different, and I tell you what though, dude, I was love to see a really good, like Krampus, like, live action horror type of thing, kind of like what they do with the Boogeyman. That was an excellent movie, by the way. Love to see something like that, Christmas related and whatnot. And they did the movie Krampus. I mean, was there like more than one that came out like that same year? Or was there only the one?
I think it was just only the one. It was one of those things that I think they could have done better with it. That's why I was saying it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with me, I see the preview for it, and it was like, dude, it's like, I know we have... My body just made a noise. That was great. I know we've got so much better CG than that. And it just looked horrible. The graphics looked atrocious. It's like, dude, I get more I get more entertainment from watching Gumby from back in the day, claymation back in the, what was that, 70s?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's like, dude, I mean, it just looked bad. And they just did a horrible job on it, But I got to be honest with you, too. I mean, I never gave the movie a chance because it was so. I know that if I would have watched that movie, I'd been like, he looks like crap. He looks bad. What were they thinking? This is supposed to be scary? I mean, like, I know what I would have done to that entire movie had I watched it. So I never gave it a chance, Maybe I should have. I never did, just being honest, But I couldn't do it. So you did watch the movie. What'd you think about it?
It's like I said, it was okay as far as like the storyline goes. I did like the ending of it though. The ending's got a nice little twist to it.
Really?
Yeah. I did like the ending of it. And like you were saying, as far as Krampus goes, they could have done better with him. Because you really don't see him from the beginning. He comes in like late into the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they build the suspense up to it. Then.
Right, and they portray it as like he's the brother of Santa Claus, of Saint Nicholas.
Oh, really?
And he takes care of the naughty list. You know, and you know you take everything you know about Santa Claus, and Krampus has the opposite of it.
Right.
So you got evil elves and toys.
Oh,
and,
cool! Evil elves, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, it was interesting.
You know, that's one thing. I mean, I'd love to see a really good, because there are, Christmas movie horror flicks, and I got to be honest, I've never watched a single one of them because there was one. I know the cover art was like Santa's hand coming out of, or arm coming out of a chimney, and he's got like a bloody axe or whatever, and I have no idea what the name of that one was. But I think
that one's called Silent Night, Deadly Night. I think that's what that one's called.
Okay. But I never did the Christmas horror movies. I never did any of them.
I've seen a few. Like I watched one yesterday, or was it yesterday? I had never seen before, and it was horrible. It was bad. It was so cheesy. I mean, it was called Santa Slay, and it was SLAY.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It was like Bill Goldberg played in it, and he was supposed to be Santa Claus, but it wasn't Santa Claus. He was actually a Norseman that was demonically possessed, and it was really weird the way the storyline took off. He actually hated kids.
Santa Claus hating kids. Say it ain't so.
And the way he would kill people. I mean, it was
So
more
bad.
of a comedy than it was a horror.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it was like, oh, come on.
so that was a definite what were you thinking kind of a thing on
Yeah.
that one. And Bill Goldberg was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
He made a decent Norseman. I'd like to see him play a Viking.
Yeah.
In a Viking movie, but
Yeah.
because they had him look pretty awesome in it. But
Dude, okay, speaking of Viking shows, okay, you've seen at least some of Norsemen.
yes.
That's almost like a year one type of a thing, but
It
more raunchy, more crude. There we go. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like I got to admit, what did we watch? Like 5 episodes, maybe 6.
I think we got
like
about
that.
halfway through that first season.
That first season, yeah. But it's like, dude, there's so much more they could have done with it and should have. I mean, granted, it's not bad. It's not bad. But there's definitely so much more they could have done with that show. It would have been nice for them to. I mean, if you're going to go that far, go for it. It's like they were. It's like they were holding back because they were trying to get a particular rating.
Yeah.
But but it wasn't like they were doing. I mean, they were holding back because there's more that they wanted to do, and so you just got gaps, and that's what it feels like. I mean, does it not?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, it's like you're waiting for the punchline, and then you're waiting for the punchline, and then it's just like dry. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I waited for that, and that's what it feels like. I mean, it's like kissing your grandma. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, there was a few times that we get you're waiting and then like something would happen and I'm thinking I'd look over at you with the look on my face like did I miss the punchline or am I still waiting for it because I don't know anymore.
Right? Yeah. I mean, like, granted, it's definitely got a few spots in it that's like absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yes, okay, you did it right, very good. But there's still quite a few parts where it's just like they fell short. They build it up, and they build it up for this big, huge, fireworks, and then you get like a tiny little bottle rocket.
Yeah.
It's like, good job, sir. That was good. But that's what it amounts to, though. It's like, man, I would like to see some good, dude. Are they making a live action? That one movie,
Which one?
the How to Train Your Dragon.
I can't say yes and I can't say no because I'm not 100% positive. I've been hearing rumors.
I've been seeing stuff, because Who's His Face is doing stuff with Toothless, and there's been stuff going on, and I forget who the actor was that was doing it, but it was like some photo shoot thing, whatever. I don't even know, you know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know what
talking
you're
about.
Yeah.
Who was the actor that was playing the?
I actually don't.
It wasn't Who's His Face. It was somebody different. Totally, yeah. Like somebody that was like, was it Johnny Depp? Yes, it was Johnny Depp.
I think it was.
Yeah. That would actually be pretty kick-ass to see him as a Norseman. That would be kind of, he's already been a pirate. He can do it.
Oh, yeah.
He can do it. Now, it's not that big of a difference between, pirate to Viking. I mean, they're both in ships, right? Yeah, it was Johnny Depp. Yeah, that and I tell you what, just like watching how they did that back and forth, whatnot, I'm like, dude, that would actually be really neat to see. I would actually like to see that. That'd be interesting because I think he's done with Pirates of the Caribbean movies, isn't he?
I think he is. I think he is finished with them.
I think they're done with him. So yeah, kind of like to see what his next project's going to be.
Yeah, he's really talented. He's I call him the man with many faces.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
mean, he make an excellent double agent. Spy or something. He could do it.
Dude, in all honesty, I wanted to see him pick up the mantle and become Joker.
Oh yeah.
He's the one. I mean, truth be told, hands down, he's the one that I wanted to see really fill that part because it was like, dude, okay. I mean, look at what he's done. I mean, just. And I'll name a few off right quick. He's been the Mad Hatter, absolutely crazy guy. He's been Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then of course Captain Jack Sparrow. 3 parts that are psychologically kind of nutty. Very much so. And I really don't think he would have quite the issue that Heath Ledger had, because one, Johnny Depp is nuts. He embraces it, but he is also grounded. He's rooted. The voice that he used in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was actually his daughter's idea. I guess he reads to his daughter stories at night and tells her, bedtime stories. And he was like, what voice would you like for me to use for Willy Wonka? And she was like, use the one you use when you tell me this story. And he was like, okay, cool. And that's how he got that. That was what happened. So it's like, he's already, he has roots, he's rooted. And because of that, I don't think he would quite fly off the deep end. That, and he's already nuts. So, I mean, how bad could it be? So I mean, I would have loved to have seen him pick up the mantle and do that. I really would have loved to have seen it because he's one of few actors that I think would be able to do it with the same type of presence, or at least close to the same type of presence that Heath Ledger brought to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal job. Not to take away anything that Heath Ledger did on that role. Absolutely not. But I still think he's somebody that could have picked it up and done it and ran with it and made it his own still. But I still want to see Joaquin Phoenix do it though too.
He's done shooting.
He's the most. Oh, they are done shooting with it. Okay, because I've seen a couple things with it, and it's almost like they're bringing a Donnie Darko type of a theme to it.
That's
what it feels like to me. I mean, that's like the few commercials that I've seen. It's like that the Donnie Darko. It's like what do you? Or no. Who was the guy that did the clown? The serial killer. Gacy?
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. That's kind of what it feels like to me, like he's doing something like that, and that's
And that's a possibility because I think this is almost supposed to be like an origins story of how he come about.
I think it is too. I think it is too. Of which case, still, it's like, I mean, and granted, Johnny Depp is no spring chicken, but Phoenix at least looks more his age than what Johnny Depp does. Although Johnny Depp actually is starting to show his age, though.
Yeah, he is starting.
I mean, he's like, what, pushing 60 now, isn't he?
I think.
Okay, well.
We'll have to look that up. I'm not 100% positive.
All right. Hey, Google, how old is...
You're talking about, like, horror film, like Christmas horror films. Another one of my favorite Christmas movies is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
And, one of the commercials they did in there was terrorists attacking Santa's place, and it was called The Night the Reindeer Died. And I'm like, why are we not making this movie? I want to see The Night the Reindeer Died.
Dude, that sounds amazing. He's 55 years old, by the way. He was born
Close.
June 6th of 1963. Brad Pitt is 55 years old. Jude Law is 45 years old. And Leonardo DiCaprio is 44 years old. Those were just on there, and that came up, and so there you go.
Yeah, 55, and yeah, he is starting to show his age.
He's starting to. I mean, he's still, because I mean, the first movie I ever seen him in was the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, that's the first one I saw him too.
That was the first one, and that was actually, they did a good job with that movie. But we're not doing horror movies. We're talking Christmas, and we're talking Christmas. He would make an amazing Santa Claus. I don't think so. But yeah, Scrooged, and that's the thing too, because I've forgot about the whole the Disney, the Walt Disney versions of those movies too, and those were epic.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing movies. Yeah, I forgot all about Scrooge, man. That was an excellent one. 'Cause wasn't that one based off of Dickens?
Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol. Charles Dickens.
What name was starting to come out of your mouth, sir? I'm kind of confused right now. Was that like almost a... Never mind.
Yeah, there was numerous Christmas carols made over the years.
I remember 2. Wait, no, I remember 3, but I don't because that was like a really old 50s. The original one was like a 1950s version, wasn't it? Old black and white 1950s,
it was an old
I think.
Black and white one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember bits and pieces of that. Like my mom and dad seen it. I can't say as if I remember anything about it, but I remember the Disney version of it. Fee fi fo fum hum he hoo ha, whatever he says. The giant that played the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yeah.
And then Scrooge was amazing. Bill Murray, yeah. That man's getting old and senile too, by the way. He is definitely old and senile.
Yeah.
In the next Ghostbusters film, he's going to be the ghost.
That would be actually cool.
That actually kind of would be. I'd pay to see that. I'd go to theaters and see that one. And I'm not big on theaters. I don't go to them a lot. Yeah, I don't go see a lot of them anymore.
It's got to be something, after I see the commercial, I make a judgment on it. Am I willing to pay this amount to go watch it in a theater?
But that's the thing, though. It's like really, Taterville Cinema, they're really not very expensive. And I mean, the dude gives you a lot, as far as like drink and popcorn and whatnot. I mean, he's kept price down on that pretty low, and it's he modernized the entire place, excellent sound system in it, good screen, great projector. I mean, dude, he's done a lot of work in that place. I give him credit for it. He spent a lot of money getting that place up to par, and it's a damn good theater. I mean, it really is. But you've seen a couple that I have yet to, like Meg. I wanted to see that, but I never did get around to seeing it. I know there's another one I was really wanting to see. I know there was a few others that I was wanting to go to theaters and see.
I went and seen Black Panther in the theater because that was one I was really anticipating. It was one of my favorite characters.
You know, it's on Netflix, and I've still yet to see it. It's on
I was getting
Netflix.
ready to say, I was like, it's on Netflix now.
I know, but yeah, I have yet to see that one, and it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, I've pretty well have gone and like seen all the Marvel movies in theater.
I've seen a few, and I tell you what, dude, it's like, okay, I don't remember which one I've seen. It wasn't that long ago. You know, I mean, it might have been the first Deadpool I've seen that one, or it was like I know I seen Logan in theaters, which epic, by the way. But I mean, it was a Marvel movie, and it wasn't. You know, it was I don't know 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I know I've seen Logan in theaters, but I think there was another one around that same time frame I've seen too. But at any rate, you know, after the initial end of movie, you got people getting up.
Yeah.
And it's like I actually stood up, I turned around, I'm like, have you guys never seen a Marvel movie? It's not over. Turn around and sit your ass back down. And there were some people close to me just laughing their ass off at me. Because I did. That's what I did. It's like, have you guys never seen him? Sit back down. It ain't over yet. You know, and this one older guy was like, it's like, it's not over yet. There's stuff happening at the end of the thing. Have you never seen a Marvel movie?
Turn around and sit back down. You're not going to diss the Stan Lee.
Right? Mm-hmm. But yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've seen Deadpool. But yeah. How did I get into this? I don't remember how this train of thought got me into Marvel and after credit scenes and stuff, you know. So Christmas movies.
Back to Christmas movies.
Back to Christmas movies, yeah. So, you know, my dad, you know, he wasn't a big fan of Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a big fan of that.
Really?
Yeah. You know that whole, you know, you'll shoot your eye out kid?
Mm-hmm.
That happened to my dad.
Really?
Yeah. BB gun, ricochet.
Oh.
Hit his eyeball. He actually had to wear a special contact lens to kind of keep his eye from going, you know, and I'm going to hell. But yeah, I was watching that movie, and Dad's like, I don't see that funny. I don't think that's funny at all. I'm like, what do you mean that's not funny? That's freaking hilarious, Dad. Not when it happens to you. I see your point. I concede, you know. So yeah, So when he passed, he donated his body to science. You know, but I remember whenever he was still alive, you know, they came to, you know, because they asked for confirmation, you know. Excuse me, sir, you know, but are you still an organ donor? And Dad said, no, I'm not finished with him yet. Nice. Yes, that was my father. You know, I was like, I'm not done with him yet. I'm still using him. No, you can't have it. Anyway, after he died, he donated, you know, his eyeball. You know, one of his eyeballs to science, and somebody else got it, you know. And I remember asking Mom, I'm like, I hope they took the correct one. I mean, I would hate for him to get the one that he shot, you know, that he got the ricochet, you know. I mean, I'd hate for him to get that eyeball. And whatever company was in charge of the donor thing, because they don't give you direct lines of communication with the person whom gets whatever body part that they're getting. And they were like, you know, we'll open up, you know, we can be a mediator between you two, and this way you guys can talk back and forth. And I remember asking my mother, I'm like, why? Because she asked me, it's like, do you want this? And I'm like, why? What am I going to say to the guy? Keep an eye out for me? I mean, it's just, I don't see this going well at all. It's like, I don't see this. This is not a good place for me to be right now, because I know me. what, keep an eye out for me? You know, you might recognize me, you know? I'll wave real big at you or something. Yeah, I was like, no, it's just, we're not doing this. Mom's laughing her ass off. It's like, I'm going to hell. That's my sense of humor, ladies and gents. Something is not quite right with me. It was good times. So yeah, he didn't quite get the humor, you know, of you'll shoot your eye out, kid. You know, shut up. Hey, Vector, go to sleep. There you go. Good boy. He's purring too. I like that, you know. Well, guys, I think that pretty well covers the show. 48 minutes later, that's it. Okay. We got 12 minutes to fill. 11 minutes to fill. Hey, my brother, definitely something wrong. Yeah, my brother, he confirms. Yes, there is definitely something wrong. Yeah. So welcome, Neil. Yeah.
I'm glad that we have some positive affirmation that we know now. So,
and he can confirm that yes, there is something wrong with me. It's not my fault. I was doomed at birth. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, as a what type of movie, you know, whether it be just a comedy, whether it be a horror type of thing, you know, where would you like to see another, you know, if they were to do another one, not granted, you have to watch the Christmas Chronicles. Mm-hmm. You got to see it. But what would your next Christmas movie, where would you like that to fall into? Category, storyline-ish, you know. What would you like to see in a Christmas movie?
What would I like to see?
Yeah.
I can't say horror. They just don't know how to do those.
Yeah, they don't know how to do horror anymore. I would like to see it if they did it right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see like a sci-fi fantasy, because I have not yet seen one.
Interesting. Sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to do.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus does a beat me up, Scotty. Start 8. Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to watch Christmas Chronicles, dude.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yeah. That's with those ZZ Top stuff in there, too.
Really?
There's ZZ Top. It's all in his sunglasses. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he does no, none of that. You know, it's all in his sunglasses. I'm like, dude, he's wearing ZZ Top sunglasses. Yeah. I like Kurt Russell. I'm a fan of Kurt Russell. Dude, that's a movie I've yet to see. Or how is it even out yet?
What's that?
They did a remake of Big Trouble in Little China.
Are you kidding me?
No.
They did a remake of it.
Yeah.
When?
Okay, let's put it this way. I heard about it 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know how far it went, if they finished it, any of that. I have no idea.
No, I've been hearing possible sequel to it. It's just talk now, right now, but
okay. Well, I was hearing some pretty. Neil said it's good. Beckett likes it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Christmas Chronicles was. I definitely liked it because it didn't follow the it didn't follow the cliche of Santa Claus and how he is and whatnot. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked how they did it. I definitely liked how they did it. But yeah, you still got to see that movie.
I was say I really enjoy the commercials for it. I mean, it really, every time I see it, it really piques my interest. I'm like, I need to watch this.
And I like it too because it's like the Santa suit. I mean, it's different, And I also like that it's a dusty white, not a clean, bright, shiny. Like what they do in Miracle on 34th and all them other ones. It's not a clean Santa suit. It's definitely like, yes, he's been through some chimneys. But it's like, I like it though. That and it's Kurt Russell. I mean, dude, it's Kurt Russell. He has attitude. He has attitude in this movie. I mean, come on. It's like, yes, Santa Claus with an attitude. It's awesome. And then Mrs. Claus. You're going to love who Mrs. Claus is. I kid you not, dude. I wish you would have seen it. You disappoint me.
No, it's one of those things. I actually was looking to watch it this week, but, like you said, we both have had a hellacious week. So.
Yeah, this has been a crappy week. Man, I can't wait to go to Canada. It's all right. I'll be leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm out. I'm going north of the border. Oh, well. Well, guys, that's it. That's pretty well all we got. So, yeah. That's it. You got anything else, Ed?
I was going to bring up another one that was one of my favorites was Mickey's. Was it Mickey's Christmas Carol? Where it does multiple little short stories, and like the last one you see is like Mickey and Minnie, and they're poor, and they're trying to get stuff for each other for Christmas. Have you ever seen it?
Actually, I don't think I have.
Mickey has a pocket watch, doesn't have the chain on it, and she has a harmonica, but she don't have a case to put it in. And they end up selling their stuff to buy stuff for the other. And it's like a real tearjerker.
Oh, right, okay. Because, he sells the pocket watch to get the case for the harmonica.
Yeah, she sells the harmonica
to get the chain for his pocket watch.
That's like one of my favorite ones.
I think I have seen that. I think I have seen it. I mean, it's Disney. I mean, I'm sure I did. I've seen a lot of Disney, Disney things. They do, they do stories right. They really do. I really liked what they did with, Jack and the Beanstalk, Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
They did Robin Hood good. What's a few others? I don't remember. Oh, well. So, yeah, good times. Good times.
I was thinking, we had mentioned earlier about, they were remaking different things. Like they're remaking The Lion King. Yes, because I want to watch a live version of Mufasa dying. That didn't wreck me enough when I watched it as a cartoon when I was younger.
Although, I tell you what, though, man, I'm wanting to see Mowgli. Boo.
Blue the bear.
Yeah.
And Mowgli.
Yeah. Mowgli? Okay, so that's
Mowgli.
That's what it's called, right? Mowgli? Okay.
I think it's on Netflix now.
It is. I want to see that one because they did a really good job with... I want to see the Sleeping Beauty one, too. This guy, Angelina Jolie, is the Wicked Witch of the West. Mm-hmm. I want to see that, too. You like what I did there? That was great, right? Yeah. Because they did a really good job. I liked what they did with Tarzan.
Uh-huh. Tarzan was good.
Face and Harley Quinn as Jane. They did a good job on that one. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to see Mowgli. And there was another one that I wanted to see. I don't remember what that one was, though. There was another live action, what if they're ever going to do Little Mermaid live action?
There's a lot of people asking for that one. Aladdin is going to be live action.
Will Smith is going to be the genie.
Yes.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty live in space. Steve put Tarzan was amazing. Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about that last night. Me and Blanford he actually got out the case. He's like, which one? I'm like, the live action version of Tarzan. He goes, which one? And I'm like, there's only one. It's like Highlander. At least I don't know of any other ones. I have no clue. Is that a map? What? Uh-huh. That far on the map? 80-bit living space? Is that what you're talking about? Could be. Anytime your boss is telling you to go pick up something, it's only that far on the map. You can make it.
I take it you get told that a lot.
Dude, okay.
Yeah, he said yes.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the map.
So I used to drive for, a company that will remain nameless. Kind of sounds like Super Service, and I used to work for them. No qualms with the company. It was, they good job. My dispatcher took care of me. She was awesome. But the company I work for now, I used to go up to Traverse City. Mm-hmm. I know where Traverse City is, and I know the direction I take whenever I go up to Canada. And I was told, hey, go pick up this screw for this machine, and but it's right on your way up into Canada. I'm like, oh yeah, where am I going? Traverse City. I'm like, does he even know how to read a map? It's only that far on the map. No, it's not. It's what? I mean, yeah. I'm like, does he even know how to read it? I did. That came out of my mouth talking to my boss. It was great. Only on occasion. Yeah. Yeah. So.
That's only about 200 miles out.
200 miles, my foot. Actually, I take that back. It was about 200 miles, yeah. It's like, okay, Michigan. Mm-hmm. This is my route. This is where I had to go. Actually, it was right here. Oh. It was way up here on the pinky. I'm like,
that's not anywhere near.
That's not close, man. It was a good time though. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're done now.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, we got 30 seconds until it's been an error.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
Whatever. So yeah, we're done. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Next week's episode, because on the last Monday of the month, we're going to be doing, a what's coming to theaters and a what's coming to the stores the next month. So we're going to be talking about, what's coming to theaters and what's going to be getting released to DVD for the month of January. That's what next week's is going to be. So that ought to be pretty entertaining. We'll do, just some talking on stuff and going through and doing stuff. And we're not going to be doing watching trailers, at least on the thing, because I don't think we can do that legally.
I think we'll be stepping on some toes.
Yeah, I don't think they like that. I mean, we probably could. We'd have to do some stuff and some wiggling and going, hello, and, so I don't think we're going to do that. But, we will still be, talking about some stuff and what's coming, because there is some really awesome stuff coming in 2019.
Oh, there is,
a lot of good sequels, a lot of good, even some good remakes. And I tell you what, man, I was never so disappointed in theater. And this was like 10, 15 years ago maybe, but it was like the entire year of movies was nothing but sequels, prequels, and remakes. That's all it was. Mm-hmm. Every single movie that was released that year. It's like, holy crap. But this one, I mean, there's just some good stuff coming out, though. So I'm anxious to see what 2019 has in store in the movie arena. It'll be a good time. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the madness. And see you guys next time.
Yes, definitely tune in. All righty then.
I leaned in for that one. That was great. All right, guys. Y'all have a great one. Yeah, there's something wrong with this.